Alright, so what's up guys? It's been a long time since I've uploaded a video and I've been wanting to finally get something together and put it out there for everybody. This is going to be something I've had in my mind for a long time, and I wanted to make sure I had enough information to get this new series going. Alright, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to title it yet and call it, but it's basically going to be everything involved in becoming as free as you possibly can be in the United States of America. What that entails, the processes and steps to go about doing that, correcting your status, changing from United States citizen / 14th Amendment citizen into state citizen of your state, and getting rid of federal taxes, state taxes, dealing with a lot of stuff like that. All of the law regarding that, constitutional law, court cases. I just want to have a place to document my experience, my findings, what I've personally gone through, the hurdles I've come into and I've faced, and what I've had to deal with, my failures and my successes, and what you'd expect on this journey, because it is quite, I'd say the process it takes to do it is actually not that difficult, but the amount of learning, studying, comprehension, that is what actually is quite difficult initially. But the more you spend time on this and really try to focus on really coming to terms with what everything is, what this country was founded off, and the history of it, you will seriously start to see more doors open and picture how things, governments, politics, money, how the whole system itself works as a whole. So in order to get to a certain level of that type of freedom, you need to kind of reverse it back and almost like kind of reverse engineer it, so to speak, pick it apart and understand and study every little detail to see where we've come from in the beginning of our history and how far that's come across to where we are today. So with that being said, I just want to try to get into straight away. I've been studying this about 3.5 years now, and I finally took some actual steps last year with the U.S. Department of State to turn in my old passport and update the details on that through the DS-11 application. And I've tried 3 times. I was denied twice and finally got approved on the 3rd time because I wanted to try to find more information that I could regarding applying without social security number or with it, or in terms of different methods that I've tried, to see how they responded. And I got quite a bit of information. It was a little pricey, about over $1,000 I spent in order to get that answer and get approved in the end, but it's information I think worthwhile acquired for what I had to do. So I finally did get it. I have my new passport book here for certain travels. I'll cover up my passport number and most of it on the bottom, but that's my passport book that got approved without having anything to do with U.S. citizenship. Take note of everything on that. And I got my passport card right here as well. United States of America. I'm going to cover up those 2 numbers. The rest is fine. I was born in Tennessee, USA, so I'm a Tennessean. So I'm a state citizen of Tennessee. All right. And one thing to note, you'll see on mine, I have 3 asterisks or 3 stars right there underneath the passport card. Nobody really knows what that means, and the U.S. Department of State will not tell us So anyone who says they know what that means, I honestly think they don't know what they're talking about. I've tried to figure that out too. Joe Lustica has tried to figure it out. Brandon Joe Williams has tried to figure it out. James C. Lovett has tried to figure it out. No one really knows what it means. From what I could possibly find, it's just basically to do with the abbreviations or the amount of characters in your last name and spacing. From what we're told anyway. So forget about the stars and the asterisks on your passport card. They're kind of, it's irrelevant. I really don't think it matters. What matters is that you do the process properly and fill out the information on the DS11 application and what you send with that application to get approved to have your status amended correctly. Okay, so I'm trying to come to terms with everything that I've done and really understand as much as I can about what this all means with my life as well. So the steps that I've currently taken is I have corrected my passport, turned in my old passport, and I have a new passport book and a new passport card. Okay, those don't have anything to do with U.S. citizen. I've taken note of all of those for both my parents and myself and my spouse, and I still got approved through doing the method I used with Colonel Wilson. His is beat the law. CopyMoonshineStills.com. I'm going to link all of this in the description below. He's a fantastic guy. He helped me out. He's gone back and forth with me through some emails. He's very busy. He needs to reply to a lot of people, but he will reply to you. Just be sincere with your questions and try to be straight to the point, concise and specific of what you're asking. And he'll give you his general advice, and I followed his method on his site, and I got approved on the third time using his way. Brandon Joe Williams has massive, extensive amount of information as well, and I highly recommend watching all of his stuff, his course, the 1.0 and the 2.0, going to his website, signing up and learning that as well, because there's a ton of information on there that you need to learn regarding law, court cases, definitions, the history of things as well. And I really want to start creating it on my side of things to create a perspective from my angle. So hopefully this resonates with some people, because everyone teaches things differently. And I think that more people just need to get out there and share the knowledge that they have found and discovered and their experiences with this, because the more people that do this, the quicker we're going to get to a country that's a little bit more free and where we're able to use more rights and actually use the laws that we have in place that a lot of people just don't know anymore. Okay, so I would really strongly recommend those two YouTube channels and those pieces of content from those people. So I will link Colonel Wilson down in the description and Brandon Joe Williams as well. Okay, just let them know that I sent you. They wouldn't know me now. I'm a very small YouTube channel, but the Armed National. I'm going to try to get out there as well, and just share with as many people as I can, because I want everyone to be as free as they possibly can be in this world. This world is extremely chaotic. There's a lot going on all the time. Everything's trying to oppress us and tear us down and pull our money and pull this and that and keep us just slaves. But that's not the life God intended for us. So in as much power as we can give ourselves and that we have to exercise that, we need to do our due diligence and learn the knowledge of what it takes to be able to do that. So that's just my goal. That's my starting point for this. If you have ideas in terms of stuff of what you want to see in the future, specific steps like what to do for your passport and specifically, I'm happy to do that as well and go through step by step what that entails. Also how to fill out W-4s or W-8 bins, those kind of forms for taxes and stuff like that, filing exempt or putting exempt rather on your W-4 and your W-2s with your employer if they won't let you do W-8 bin. There's a bunch of different options that you can do and still stay legal and not be a taxpayer, because once you correct your status, you are no longer liable for taxes because you are not considered a taxpayer. And if you think you are, then you do not understand what's going on and you need to learn the history of that. So we're going to go into all these different avenues, and that's what's going to be coming in the future here in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to try and be uploading a video every week or two. I'm quite busy, but that's the plan. And I wanted to just get something out there to let you guys know what's coming. So if you have any questions or specific interests in what you want to see regarding this information on freedom, liberties, law, constitution, not paying taxes, getting out of the system, becoming a state citizen, correcting that process and everything like that, just please comment down below and let me know. And I will just keep adding it to the list of things that I already have created that I'm going to be uploading in the future. And I'm going to just start making a series and just keep it going, spreading out the information as much as I can, and hopefully it helps other people out there. And you can do the same. All right. So until next time, guys, just keep staying safe, stay armed with truth, knowledge, and wisdom. And I will see you in the next video. Till the next time, guys, peace.